Mr. Papian, look, we understand that Turkey is well aware of the fact that Woodrow Wilson's Arbitral award is like an axe hanging over Turkey. And if not today, it will be brought up one sweet day because, look, Turkey has always had problems in terms of territory and, why not, also genocide with its other neighbors such as Greece, Cyprus. It has had and still has problems with Syria, with Iran, etc. Turkey has had and still has diplomatic relations, trade and economic relations, and other relations with all those countries. Why is it that it seems that Turkey is artificially lowering the position of Armenia and doesn't seem to acknowledge the fact that Armenia is an entity if it doesn't recognize it? And on the contrary, for all these years, it has been behaving inimically and, it is safe to say, it has been behaving like this in a state of war as well. Yes, Turkey is behaving inimically because Turkey views us Armenians as an enemy, and the enmity will not disappear through unilateral statements on the opening of an era of peace. Nikol Pashinyan's idea that Armenia has squeezed itself in the middle of the Turkic world is completely a Turkish viewpoint. The Turks expressed that idea. We Armenians have always been here. Yes, we Armenians have always been here. They are the ones who have continuously squeezed us, conquered our homeland, and slimmed us down. That is a Turkish viewpoint. Consequently, that idea of being in the middle, or as the Turks say, the cursed wedge, conveys the idea of elimination among the Turks. Now, we Armenians need to understand the problem very well. The bitter truth is better than self-deception. In addition to the example that you brought up, I would like to bring up the example of Syria. You will recall how cordial the ties between the families of Assad and Erdogan were years ago. They would eat dolma together and visit each other's houses, etc. The border between Turkey and Syria was mutually recognized. The countries had diplomatic relations. There was a lot of trade, etc. However, when the situation allowed Turkey to invade Syria, all that I mentioned didn't help Syria and didn't help protect the country. Consequently, if we Armenians concede our claims, our rights, and humiliate ourselves in front of the Turks for the sake of establishing peace with Turkey, even though we are all in favor of the establishment of peace, I don't believe this will lead to the establishment of peace, taking into consideration the example that I brought up. Whenever Turkey finds it appropriate to attack Armenia, it will find a pretext, and it does not necessarily have to be the result of Armenia's policy. I would like to say one more thing, a viewpoint that I have expressed since 1988 and even shared with the authorities of the time, and I still have this viewpoint. It is the following. Turkey's policy on Armenia is not conditioned by Armenia's policy on Turkey. Turkey is guided by its national interests and state interests. Turkey does the things it does on the basis of how it sees and interprets them. Consequently, whether we renounce or don't renounce something, a certain change does not depend on us. Many people are trying to blame the National Democratic Alliance by saying that the particular policy will lead to a conflict with Turkey. The policy will not lead to a conflict. If Turkey is going to start a conflict, it will find a pretext. If Turkey is not going to start a conflict, it won't. Here we are dealing with more fundamental issues. In particular, if it becomes possible to obtain the status for Armenia that the National Democratic Alliance is seeking to obtain, that is, the status as a major non-NATO ally of the United States, this will ensure Armenia's security. The rest are issues in tertiary level, especially in the case of the Russians. The Russians are blatantly showing that they are not and cannot be the guarantor of Armenia's security because they are closely collaborating with Turkey and Azerbaijan, and that Turkey and Azerbaijan are much more important for them from the perspective of the interests of the Russians.
Բաժանորդագրվեք Ազգային-Ժողովրդավարական Բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին։